Okay, ready?
Okay, here we go.
All right, let me get this all set up. Okay, here we go.
Hello, everybody. Hello.
Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome.
Hello.
Hello. Oh, you know what? Mute on. Hello, everybody. Welcome, everybody. As you're coming in, I want you to tell me one thing you are grateful for about today. What are you grateful for? And you can hear the music.
Hello. How are you?
Hi, everybody should be muted as they come in.
Okay, sorry.
It's all right. Hello, everybody. Tell me what you're grateful for as you're coming in. Aw, yay. Grateful for a miracle. Yes, Michelle. Yes, both Michelles, right? Isn't it funny how there's two Michelles?
Hello, everybody. We're going to have some fun today. I'm getting my screen all set up for us. This is Jen, my amazing moderator. You guys are going to love her. We're going to have some fun today, guys.
All right, welcome, everybody. Yes, I love the gratitude list that's going through. Grateful for my health, opportunity for peace. Beautiful. Yes.
Oh, I see
Grateful for
Carolina. I see Martha. All right, let me see here.
Love it, love it. From South Africa. Yes. Grateful for my 6 kids, my Nana kids.
Aw.
That's cute.
All right, guys, we're going to give it a couple of more minutes just to kind of let more people trickle in. We're going to get started in about 3 minutes.
All right, my friends, as you're coming in, tell me what you are grateful for today. I love how everybody's all over the world. It's amazing how we have that access. Grateful to be alive and be part of this amazing community from South Africa. Yes. Yes, and to learn more about passive income. Yes, you guys. You're changing lives. Starting a new adventure. Yes, isn't it exciting? It's change. It's an adventure. Grateful for this beautiful day. Grateful for making progress. Yes, you know what? We underestimate how far we're coming, right?
Hello, Wendy. Hello, Amanda. All right, we're going to
Yes.
give it 2 more minutes, guys, and we're going to get started. Yes, South Africa in the house. Do not worry, my peeps, international peeps, South Africa peeps. I got some exciting announcements, okay? So I got you.
Ooh, for the upgrade to $900. Yes, Suzanne. To take the first step to financial freedom. Beautiful. Love it. Yes, I know, an incredible product to promote.
All right, we're going to give it 1 more minute, guys, and then we are ready to rock and roll.
Yeah, we're gonna have fun today. Yes, grateful for this setup class. You
Ooh,
guys
I
are
see John. John's my buddy. Hey, John. I need to send you an email. All right, guys. So we are 5 minutes in. Jen, I think we are ready to rock.
All right.
All
Yeah.
right. And welcome, everybody. I'm sure you guys are like, who is this other Michelle? Hi, everybody. I am Michelle Schmaderer. I'm sure you've heard my name. You're like, who's this lady? Where did she come from? Where's Michelle O'Neill? I'm like, where's the other one? And I'm so tremendously grateful to be just hanging out with you guys, to be kind of walking you through some of the tech setup. I know there's been so many changes. Some of you are new. Some of you are migrating over from IPS. We're going to walk through all those goodies here. I promise you I'm going to be taking care of you guys. I'm going to give you the walkthrough of the passive daily pay blueprint today. So I'm going to give you an overview of the setup, and it's going to be the most up-to-date setup because as you guys by now are noticing that we're constantly listening to your concerns. I'm watching the wall. Like I promise you, I am making sure that this stuff is smooth as it can be. I'm also going to be talking about PayPal and Stripe. International peeps, I got you. We're going to talk about some of that setup that's coming. So we got some special surprises for you guys. And then overall today, again, the walkthrough is going to focus on the passive daily pay blueprint. There is going to be a replay uploaded into Kajabi and into class for this call. And then we will be doing Q&A at the end. Now, we do have a strict time limit today. So we only have 2 hours because Michelle has another call. So I'm going to do my best to keep it slow, but we're going to go a little faster today. So for some of you who were with me yesterday, I'm going to take it up a notch just a little bit, okay? And if there's anything that I missed to cover today, again, you can DM me in school, and then we can start to get taking it from there. So I'm going to hand it over to Jen. She's my amazing moderator. She's so much fun, and she's going to go over some housekeeping as I get my setup ready.
Well, hello, everybody. I'm excited to be here with you all. So I'm Jen Stillion. It rhymes with million. You can't forget it. And I'm an empowerment speaker and coach, and I will be your moderator for today. And I will be moderating the next upcoming calls with Michelle. So we're going to have a lot of fun. So first and foremost, we want to make sure that today you are feeling seen, heard, and most importantly, we want to support you in getting the opportunity to be set up properly and be up and running in no time. I have years of experience, not only being an entrepreneur, but also a speaker and holding the energy of large audiences. So I gotta say, I've never seen such an amazing, uplifting community like this. So thank you, Michelle O'Neill, for all that you've been doing. And I'm so excited to share some time with you all and getting to know you in the next upcoming calls. So let's talk about our intention. Our intention for the next 2 hours is for you to feel supported on this tech call and walkthrough. We do have a hard stop at 11 because there's another call that's going to be done right after. So we want to make sure that you're feeling validated, seen, and heard. And of course, we're going to make sure that we're all having fun with the process. But to do all of that, I'm gonna quickly walk you through some housekeeping guidelines for these calls so that we can all be on the same page and have a smooth walkthrough. Are you guys ready for the guidelines? It's gonna be a little different what you haven't experienced before, okay? So today's call is for passive daily pay blueprint only, meaning Michelle is going to walk you through the passive daily pay blueprint tech setup. So make sure to check the calendar in the school community to attend the appropriate call for the setup, okay? If you're having any problems with related to Kajabi, meaning you can't access your program, your account, or anything that requires admin assistance, please make sure you DM Michelle Schmaderer here, in school, okay? Or send us an email at techandbilling@digitalcommunity.com, okay? We will not be addressing any Kajabi issues today. Again, simply just DM Michelle in school, okay? Or email us. The Kajabi portal is always updated, and as we get feedback to make the setup even smoother. This week, Michelle will be adding and redoing certain videos to make them more beginner friendly. As you watch Michelle do the walkthrough today, please don't feel concerned, my friends. Okay? Again, don't give your power away to stress and worry, because you're just going to get more stress and worry in the end, right? Just trust the process. Okay? So let's talk about the housekeeping in the chat. This is your invitation. Let's try to keep the chat to a minimum so that we can have fun, stay present, and learn something new. So right now, we're going to do something different. I want everyone to put their hands up off the keyboard. Put your hands up. Let me see your wiggle your fingers. Yep, wiggle your fingers like we're little kids. Okay, jazz hands. Let me see it all. Now put your hands in your lap. Take your hands off the chat. Okay, let's take a big deep breath in. Take a big deep breath in. Hold it. Hold your breath. And slowly exhale. Because your breath is the connection to being present. And our intention for you today is to be present. And to do that, let's keep the chat to a minimum. No side chat, no outside conversations, right? So we could be all in the same page going through this process today. And also, as we're navigating through this walkthrough, this tech setup, my tech savvy peeps, I know you know a lot. But let's try not to provide too much input or advice so we're not confusing anybody on the call, especially those who are beginner friendly. Again, this is the point of today's call, so try to keep your input to a minimum so that we don't cause any distractions or confusion anyone on the call, okay? We will also be doing a Q&A, probably the last 30 minutes of the call today. And after the walkthrough, there will be specific guidelines with the Q&A, and I will post that in the chat as we get closer. Okay, so no concerns about that. And you'll discover in the next 90 minutes, the questions that you've had will already be answered in the walkthrough. You'll see. Last but not least, my friends, trust the process, because it's in the process where the magic happens. And to do that, we ask that you let go, sit back, relax, be patient, and allow the process to unfold in your business in the perfect divine timing. So write in the chat box, I'm giving you permission to write in the chat box, I am ready to receive. Okay, and then Michelle's going to take it away.
Woo! All right, here we go. Mary and Karen and Chuck and Joanne. All right, let's get to it. All right, so for today's call, I'm going to be sharing my screen so you won't see me. You're going to be seeing all the tech setup. Now, my intention is that I'm going to walk you through the main steps that are going to get you up and running. So my goal is to go step by step the most that I can. But if we're running out of time, I might go ahead and just quickly do an overview of certain parts of the setup, okay? But my intention is that you're going to get covered today with all the main parts that will get you up and running the quickest, okay? So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, and then Jen, let me know if we're good here. You can see my screen. Awesome. All right. So today I'm going to be giving you the tech walkthrough to the passive daily pay blueprint. So again, be mindful that some of the steps that I'm going to walk you through today have changed from what is inside the modules here because I am going to update it. So this video, if you are somebody who's watching the replay again, or you're here with me, don't get concerned. You know, don't feel a little bit stressed out if it looks a little bit differently. We have just done some updates. So this is going to be the replay that you want to reference to if you're going to send this to your customers, or again, you want to do a double check, you know, with your setup. This is going to be the most up to date that you're going to want to go by, because this week I'm going to update everything in Kajabi to reflect what I'm going to be walking you through today. Okay. So with that said, so one of the things that people obviously, you know, get tripped on is, you know, they buy their product and they obviously have to get into Kajabi to start getting their setup ready. So I'm going to start walking you through that point where after somebody makes a purchase. Okay. So initially, after yourself or your customer gets granted access to Kajabi, you essentially will be seeing this here. This is what you should be seeing. Now, today we're going over the passive daily pay blueprint. So when you log in into your Kajabi, you should be seeing 3 products. You should be seeing the passive daily pay blueprint. You should be seeing Launchpad, as that's part of your package, and you will also be seeing the exclusive bonuses. Now, if you do not see these 3 items, you're going to go ahead and make sure to email me or DM me to make sure that you have access to the correct program. But essentially, you will be seeing these 3 items, okay? Now, the other thing to always keep in mind is that you always want to start with the program you actually purchased. It's kind of common that some people start with Launchpad, but again, you purchased the passive daily pay blueprint, so you want to make sure that you start your setup off this particular program, as that contains the setup for everything else, including the Launchpad, okay? So ideally, again, this is what you will be seeing. And then you would click on your passive daily pay product, and then it will take you to this where all the training is hosted. Now, of course, again, the click here to get started is Michelle's videos, welcoming you and giving you the community guidelines, how to get access to the school community. There's also going to be Kajabi videos where I walk you through some simple things for you to get familiar with Kajabi. Then you're going to be greeted by the launch kit. And these are all Michelle's videos where she's giving you the overview of how the business is going to be run. Again, the 2-hour workday, what's going to happen within your first 7 days. And then you're going to bump into this next module and section. So this is where the fun begins. This is where some of you may probably want to throw me a shoe, but this is exactly what we're going to be covering. And so again, a lot of these modules, as I mentioned, they are going to be shifting just a bit because it's going to reflect what I'm going to be walking you through today. So once you watch Michelle's Freedom Machine, this is the point that we're going to start doing the walkthrough right now. So one of the first steps to be successful with the program and your entire setup is that you obviously have to purchase a domain for your system IO, right? You need that domain and optional professional email address to get yourself set up. Okay, so that's going to be the point that we're going to start right now, because I know this is probably one of the common headaches that some of you are having. Okay, so by this point, again, if you've yet not purchased a domain, again, make sure to watch the first initial couple of modules here. I actually walk you through on how to purchase a domain and a professional email. So by this point, we have already done that, okay? So what you're gonna do, and again, if some of you are following along, we're gonna go ahead and find our domain that we purchased in GoDaddy, okay? So for today's example, I'm gonna be using a dummy, of course. And now the next step is to start programming our domain into System IO. And so what that requires us to do is to program our domain records, okay? So let me go ahead and go to system here. And can you see system, Jen? Okay, awesome.
Yep.
Okay, so what you're gonna do is, again, if you are new to system and you're starting the beginning process, you're gonna bump into opening an account for System IO, okay? And I'm gonna walk you through some of those steps in just a moment, but again, we're gonna do the domain first because this is a common problem that we're having. So once you have your System IO account, you're gonna go ahead and log in, and we're gonna click on Settings. Then we're gonna go ahead and navigate to Custom Domains. And again, this is a update. I have an advanced account, but again, the same steps that I walk you through are gonna apply to you, okay? So the first thing you're going to do is you're obviously going to go ahead and locate your domain. I'm going to go ahead and use this domain as a dummy here. We're going to go back to our system. So again, I recommend when you do the setup, you have a couple of tabs open, have everything in separate tabs so you can easily navigate. And what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and click on this blue button that says Add Domain. And we're going to go ahead and punch our domain here. So it should look something like this. Okay, you're going to have your www.yourdomain.com. You're going to click Save. And then we're going to go ahead and see a pop-up that's going to give us the records that we have to program to GoDaddy. So you're going to see this here. Now, it's common because, again, I'm getting the DMs here that most of you are pretty much getting stuck here. And again, it's normal. Remember, this is something new. It's exciting. And maybe some of you, again, you're beginners. You're not so tech savvy. But again, we're going to do the walkthrough. Then I'm going to give you alternatives of how you can even get this process done quicker. Okay. So what we're going to do is if you are configuring your domain, the first thing you're going to do is we're going to go ahead and copy these records into GoDaddy, okay? So the first step is we're going to program this first record here. So we're going to only highlight up to the dot, okay? Now, one of the things to keep in mind, and I'm just going to quickly cover this, is that there actually is a article here that shows you all the steps, and it even gives you a diagram on how to make sure you're copying, pasting the right records. One of the common mistakes is that sometimes we're copying everything, and then that just delays the domain propagating correctly. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Just kind of look around in system if you're still not sure, but they do have this little tutorial here, article that you can review. But we're going to go ahead and do those steps. So the first thing is we're going to go ahead and copy the www up to the dot. So it will include the dot because I know that's a common question we're getting. And we're going to go ahead and go back to our GoDaddy. So again, you'll be under your domain that you purchased. We're going to go ahead and add new record. And so this is a CNAME record. So we're going to make sure that the type is on CNAME. We're going to go ahead and paste that www dot. Okay, and then we're going to go back and then we're going to grab this record here. And this record, the value is going to be copied entirely. So again, you will select it, right click and copy. Then we're going to go ahead and go back and paste that into this little column here that's named valued. Then you're going to go ahead and click save. Okay. So if you've done this correctly, you're going to see this little success bubble. Now, some of you might have some security features on, which means that every time you upgrade a record, you're going to get a text or an email from GoDaddy, and they're going to send you a code and you have to punch that in. So I know that is probably one of the most annoying things in the planet, but you can actually shut that feature off, okay? So if you have that set up, that is normal and it's just part of your account, okay? So we're going to go ahead and continue now. Now we're going to go ahead and program the second record, and we're going to copy it all the way up to the dot. So again, include that dot. We're going to right click, we're going to copy, and then we're going to go ahead and click on add new record. This is going to be CNAME. We're going to go ahead and paste that. And then we're going to go back and get this one here, which is the value. This one is going to be copied entirely all the way to the dot. Try to be mindful to not like do this, right? Or you're going all over the place because sometimes that's what's causing the errors. Again, copy it all the way. So we're going to grab that. We're going to go back. We're going to paste that here. And then we're going to click save. And so by now, this means that you have already successfully programmed the records for the domain to be active in system. Now, the common things, again, that I'm hearing is, hey, Michelle, I've done this. I did it exactly the way you did it in the video, and it's still pending for 3 days, 2 days. It's been 9 hours, so many days. So if that is happening to you, chances are, it was seriously just not pasted correctly, or there was other conflicting records that you had in your GoDaddy that should have been removed before you doing the programming of the records. And so again, to bypass even just the setup itself, the best thing is to actually contact GoDaddy, get on the chat. You can give them a phone call and they can even program the records for you. So you would just bypass this whole thing. If you were like, Michelle, I don't even know how to copy and paste. I don't want to do any pasting. I don't want to do any of this. You can literally just take a picture of this. You can get on chat with GoDaddy and they can even program the records for you. So this would bypass you having any of these hiccups in case there was things, here in your GoDaddy, or maybe you were previously using the domain with another account. That would be one of the fastest way to bypass that. Now, after you complete this, you're going to see the status say pending validation. So again, that is normal, right? Because they say it can take up to 48 hours to actually complete. Now, I will vouch and tell you that it doesn't take that long. Typically, it should actually be done within 30 minutes. And On yesterday's call, we actually got it up and running in 5 minutes. So I'm hoping that it's going to actually do the same on today's call, but it should pretty much validate right away. If you follow the steps, if you made sure that there's no, pre-existing records of any kind, it will be up and running in a couple of minutes, okay? So once you have completed this, again, we're just going to go ahead and refresh this. And again, as you can see, it still says pending validation, so that's normal. The next step, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and migrate over here on the left-hand side. We're going to go ahead and click on emails. And this is the next part to propagating your domains. Now, for some of you who purchased a professional email, this is the next step for you because we have to program the domain in System IO for you to now be able to send emails with your professional email. So if that is the case for you, this is going to be the next step. So now what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and click on here where it says click here to authenticate your domain. And then we're going to go ahead and paste your domain here. So I'm going to go ahead and grab mine here. It's for reference here. And you're going to paste your domain just like this without the www. We're going to go ahead and click on save. And then we're going to see this pop up here. Now, one of the common questions that I get is, hey, I got this error here, no homepage detected. What I'm finding out is that this is normal. It's just a System IO thing. So don't be concerned if it shows this at all. It actually just fixes itself as you continue the rest of the setup, okay? So again, don't be concerned if you're seeing this, but for some of you, it might actually say homepage detected and it will be green. Again, there's no right or wrong. This actually corrects itself. And then again, we'll talk about this a little bit more for some of you if you're stuck here. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and now program these next set of records into GoDaddy, okay? So we're going to repeat the same process that we did previously. So we're going to go ahead and copy the first one. And again, always go up to the dot. Don't copy everything up to the dot. So include that dot. We're going to right click, we're going to copy, and then we're going to go back. And now we're going to add a new record. So this one's going to be a CNAME. And we're going to paste that. Okay. And we're just going to repeat the process. We're going to go back and forth and we're going to save them. Okay. So you're going to see one. And that says success. Again, if you see the success, that means you've done it correctly. Okay. And just for the sake of time, I'm going to go a little bit quicker here. So now the next one is we're going to go up to the dot. We're going to copy that one. I'm going to repeat the process. Okay. We're going to go back, grab the next one. We're going to save. Okay. Oh, CNAME. Make sure that's CNAME. We're going to save. All right. And as you can see, it's best when you take your time. So again, the next one, I'm going to click on add new record. Again, CNAME. I'm going to paste that first one again. Make sure it has a dot. Grab the next one here. I'm going to paste, save. All right. And then the last one is a text record. So this one's a little bit different. So again, this is known as the DMARC. And I know some of you have questions on the DMARC, and I will address this when we get to Q&A. Okay. But for the sake of this, we're just going to go ahead and continue here. So this record is now going to be a text record. So we're going to go ahead and copy this first part. We're going to go back, add new record. Now we're going to make sure it's on text. Okay. So we're going to paste that. And then we're going to grab the value. Now, common mistake here is that some of you are trying to copy the whole thing. Doesn't work. So you make sure to click this little copy thing. And you'll know that it's copy when you see these check marks here. We're going to go back. We're going to paste. And we're going to save. And then you are done. So this is the main setup that you will always walk through when connecting the records into your GoDaddy, or if you have a different hosting, this will be the setup for you, okay? So once you're done, you're going to go ahead and close this pop-up, and then you're going to see the status say pending. Again, this is normal, and this particular domain setup here that we've done, it can take up to about what I've seen, about 4 hours for it to change to be verified again. So if it's been already about 24 hours, it's been 2 days, 3 days, then again, chances are, like I mentioned earlier, there was something here pre-existing that got in the way, or again, there was a record that's blocking it, or again, it was just pasted incorrectly. So if you want to bypass that, remember, all you got to do is go to chat with GoDaddy and say, hi, can you program my records if you do not want to walk with any of this stuff here, okay? So once you do that, then you're going to go ahead and migrate here to the top where it says email address. Now, the next part of this is that you have to program the email that you are going to be using to send emails in system. Now, for those of you who do not have a professional email, you can use a Gmail. There is no issue with that whatsoever. Again, it is optional. However, it is recommended because that's going to lessen the chances of you getting your emails sent to spam. Because again, what we're programming here is the sender's email that your emails are going to be sent from in your system IO. Okay, so you can use a Gmail if you want, but if you have a professional email address, it's probably best to go that route. Okay, so what you're going to do is now you're going to go ahead and click here to confirm your address. And again, so whether you're using a Gmail or a professional, this step must be completed. So I'm just going to go ahead and just put a dummy email here for the example. So you'll put your email. You're going to click on save. And then you're going to see this. It's going to say pending. Now, there are no records that you have to program with this section. All it is that you are going to receive an email from System IO. And in that email, they're going to ask you to confirm that email address. And so all you have to do is follow the instructions in the email. And once you confirm that email, it's going to change the status to verified. And that's all you have to do for this setup here. There's no records here. There's nothing of that. It is as simple as, again, you put your email. You should be receiving an email from System IO, and then you will verify that, and it will change to verified, okay? Now, I know some of the common questions that I'm getting is, I've done this. I've done it, Michelle, like 100 times, and System IO is not sending me an email. And I will address that at the end of the call, okay? So again, the initial setup is setting up your domain. So again, by now you should have programmed your domain. We're going to go ahead and just quickly refresh this here. Okay, and as you can see, it's still pending. Again, that's normal. And then here, we'll go to emails. You should have already done the record. So again, it will say pending. And then here, this will change to verified when you confirm that email address. So I'm not going to go ahead and walk us through those steps because for the sake of time, but again, this is the initial setup that you're going to want to walk through when you are first getting set up in system. Okay. So I'm going to take a sip of my coffee here. I'm going to check the chat, and I think we're good on time, Jen. Okay. So what we've done now is we have practically already walked through this first initial setup. Okay. So we have already taken care of most of the setup today. So now we're going to go ahead and start with this next part. Okay. So we've done this. Now we're going to go ahead and begin to import our shared funnel link. So this is primarily your sales page template. Okay. This is going to be one out of the two that we're going to be importing into our system IO. Okay. And so what you're going to do, again, this is going to be located here in the edit your pre-built automated system. And now it's actually been renamed to how to import your shared funnel template link and create a system IO account. Okay. Because for some of you, remember, you might have already a pre-existing account with system. But again, for those of you who are new, again, I'll walk you through those steps right now. Okay. So what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and locate this module. And underneath in the description box, you are going to see a template link. Okay. So in your case, it's going to be labeled Passive Daily Pay Blueprint. Now, the templates that are here in all the programs have actually been updated. So these now include any corrections, any typos that people were seeing. These have now been updated. Okay. So what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and highlight that over. You're going to do a right click and copy that link. You're also going to see this download section here. This simply contains a document, and inside the document is this exact same link. We just gave you some options in case you're not able to paste. But again, this is going to be the quickest. You're going to go ahead and highlight, right click, copy that. And we're going to go ahead and paste that into a separate tab browser. Now, I'm already logged into my system. So as you can see, it populates within seconds, okay? Now, if you are new and you do not have a System.io account, when you put that template link in your browser, you're going to see this, okay? And all you have to do is simply open an account. So I'm going to just put a dummy email here. Again, you will click on Get My Free Account. And then you're going to be greeted with this screen here. And all you have to do is you're going to receive an email from System.io. You're going to simply confirm your account. It's going to prompt you to create a password. And then all you do is just repeat the process. Go grab that shared link. Again, copy that. Once you're once you're in your account, you're just going to simply import that template, okay? Now, this is a common question that I didn't address yesterday is they do offer you the opportunity to upgrade to a paid account. However, it is not necessary whatsoever. The program and the setup is created for you to be able to function off a free System.io. If you wish to upgrade, you can absolutely and take advantage of their offer, but it is not necessary whatsoever, okay? So once you do that, once you're able to get access into your system, all right, by this point, you should already see your template in your funnel. So I'm going to go ahead and click on funnels, and then you'll be seeing this. Okay, so this is going to be one out of the 2 templates that you are going to install. So this is your sales page funnel. So again, it should be labeled Passive Daily Pay Blueprint. If it isn't, chances are you're either A, working off the Launchpad program, and you want to make sure that you're working from the Passive Daily Pay, how I addressed it at the beginning. Or again, if it's something, it says something completely different, then again, chances are that is not our funnel. Now, for some of you who already have a existing System.io account and you have older funnels, maybe you are somebody who had IPS, maybe you are using an account and you had other funnels for your other businesses, I suggest to delete everything or at least have a dedicated account so you don't bump into any max capacity errors. So again, you want to make sure that everything you have in there, any emails, any automations, anything of any kind, to be just completely wiped out and start from scratch, because that's going to help you not have any errors in any places and stuff, okay? So again, you're going to have this in your funnels, okay? Now what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and import the next shared funnel link, okay? So now we're going to be going to Kajabi, and you're going to be locating the capture page template here, okay? And remember, as I mentioned earlier, some of these things are going to be moved in Kajabi. So what I'm walking you through today is the most up-to-date order of things, because again, we want to keep it even more streamlined for you guys. So you're going to go ahead and now import your capture page template. Okay, so you're going to locate that module. It's labeled capture page. We're going to repeat the same process. We're now going to go ahead and grab the link here. It's titled main capture page. So we're going to go ahead and highlight that, copy, right click, and we're going to repeat the same process. We're going to simply just go into our system. We're going to paste it in the browser. And again, it's going to populate now that funnel. So when you do those 2 steps, these are the only 2 funnels you should be seeing for your program. You'll have the capture page and you should have the Passive Daily Pay Blueprint. Again, if you have anything else, chances are, again, there was something that should not have been there, okay? So this is what it's going to look like, okay? Now, we're going to go ahead and let me just look at my notes here. All right, how are we on time, Jen? I think we're doing good. Okay, awesome. All right, so by now we have already imported our funnels, okay? So now the next step is we're going to begin to program and connect some of our funnels. Now, if you've done all the setup for your domain, by now, again, ta-da, see, ready to use. See, as you can see, that took like 10 minutes today. So if you've done and followed all the steps as I outlined, your domain can and should be ready in literally minutes. Or again, you can bypass all that setup in itself and just contact GoDaddy and they can get that set up for you. So again, it can be that simple. It's just we have to take our time, because if we don't take our time, and we rush through it, or we're skipping steps in the modules, that's chances are why you're having issues, okay? So by this time, your domain will be ready to use, okay? So whether it takes a couple of hours, 5 minutes in this case, again, it should be ready to use. And we're now going to go ahead and connect the domain to our funnels, okay? So we're going to go ahead and click on funnels. We're going to go ahead and start with the capture page. And then we're going to go ahead and make sure that the first funnel step is selected. Excuse me. Then we're going to go ahead and click on funnel settings. And then we're going to go ahead and find our domain that we just connected. Okay. I'm just going to go ahead and choose any here. And then we're going to go ahead and click on save. And actually, I'm going to use this one as an example. We're going to click on save. And then we're going to go back to our sales page funnel, passive daily pay blueprint. And we're going to repeat the process. Make sure you're on the first one here. I'm going to click on funnel settings. We're going to go ahead and find our domain. For those of you who are in the free account, you're only going to have one domain. So we're going to go ahead and click on save. So now our domain is officially now live and connected to our funnels. Okay. So again, make sure to follow the steps in the order that I'm walking you through today, because again, that's going to be the quickest way for you to be set up. Okay. So now that we have done that, let me go ahead and go back and see the emails here. And again, as you can see on my end today, it is still pending. So again, don't be concerned. Again, as you continue with the other setup, chances are this will change, okay? So don't be concerned if this is still pending. We can still continue with the setup, okay? So now we're going to go ahead and begin to change and just quickly program buttons here on our capture page, okay? So the first thing you're going to do, so after you connect your domain, so again, you'll know that the domain is connected to your capture page if it shows your domain here. If it's showing here system.io dot something, that means that, again, you want to make sure that you repeat this step, make sure that the domain is connected, and click on save, okay? Now, the first thing you're going to do with your capture page is you're going to go ahead and now delete these numbers and letters, and the capture page should just be your domain by itself. Okay, so if you have no pre-existing funnels or any duplicates, you should have a seamless process like this. You'll delete, it'll have a check mark, and it'll turn green, okay? Now we're gonna go ahead and do the next one. The thank you page typically should be labeled thank you. Okay, and then the next one here, we're gonna click on video page. We're gonna go ahead and label this video. So this is how your pathways should look. The first one should be empty. The thank you page should say thank you. The video page should say video, okay? Now we're gonna go ahead and start to edit the capture page funnel template. So we're gonna go ahead and make sure we are on the squeeze page here, the discover how. Then we're gonna go ahead and click on edit page, okay? And it's gonna bring in the editor. Now the template stock comes with this background. Now in the module in Kajabi, I do walk you through on how to change your background. Now I'm not gonna be able to cover all the backgrounds today, but all you have to simply do if you want to change the background, in the download section here, you're gonna see images that you can download to your computer, and then you would upload those into system. I'm just gonna give you a quick tutorial here. So again, if you want to change the background, you simply click on it, migrate over to the left-hand side here, scroll down for a bit, and you're going to see background image. All you do is click on this little icon. Now I already have the images, and then this tutorial, I'm going to walk you through this one. And let's just say you want the lady with the dog. Now this one, as you can see, requires us to move the box. So all you have to do is hover over the box. So it should turn blue, just like it is here. And we're just going to just drag it gently into this middle point right here. So it's just, you can see the middle turns blue. You're going to release it, and then it'll be on this side if you want to use this particular background. Okay, for the other backgrounds, you won't have to do that. So again, if you do that, you're going to go ahead and click on save. And then the next important step here is this button here. This is the most important thing that you must do here. So you would click on this button. You're going to make sure that it's on submit form and to next step. Now the updated templates are now pre-programmed for you. So meaning for moving forward for you and your customers, they will already be pre-programmed through these steps. But again, you always want to double check that it's on submit form and to next step. Now, in the original template, there was also an extra piece here in the mobile that has now been corrected. So moving forward with your customers, they will now have this version. There's no additional extra setup they'll have to do on the mobile. Okay, so that's been updated. So once you do that, once you make sure to, connect your button, you're going to go ahead and click on save. And then we're going to get out. Now we're going to go to the thank you page. Okay, we're going to repeat the process. We're going to click on edit page. And now you're going to be seeing this. Now, what we have done is that the new updated template now contains the video because we wanted to eliminate this step. Now, Michelle is encouraging a lot of you and most of you and everyone to instead download that video, upload it to your YouTube channel, and she wants you to actually program your YouTube channel URL instead because she wants you to encourage you guys to pretty much grow your YouTube channel. However, to eliminate those steps, again, it's more of an optional thing now, is the video is now pre-programmed to the template. Okay, so there's nothing you actually have to do. It's already pre-set up and ready to go for you guys. Okay. So what you're going to do here, though, is that you do have these two buttons here. Now, there was an initial confusion that this button would be taking them to the next step. That has now been corrected and updated. So what is going to be going in this button here is actually your sales page link, okay? So we're going to go ahead and go back again, and this is why you want to have a couple of tabs open. So we're going to go back. We're going to click on funnels. Oh, I'm having a little glitch here. Okay, we're going to locate our sales page link, which is going to be this first one here, okay? Now, this one here must be programmed to ready, okay? So make sure that your passive daily pay actual sales page is always ending in ready because it's the easiest way for you to locate that link, okay? So once you change it, again, you're going to copy that link. We're going to go back. Then we're going to go ahead and click on this purple button. We're going to make sure that it's on open URL. And we're going to simply now paste your sales page link. So this is the most updated setup now because we want to eliminate steps. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and click on the next one. We're going to paste and we're going to go ahead and click on save. Okay, and that is it. That's all you have to do on this page here. So we're going to go ahead and get out. Now we're going to click on video. We're going to click on edit page. And then you're going to be greeted again here with the next setup. Again, this video is now pre-installed, so you don't have to do anything if you don't want to. We're going to click on this button, and we're going to go ahead and paste the URL. Again, make sure that it's your domain. Always make sure that it's your domain /ready, okay? And we're going to go ahead and save that. All right, and that is it. That's all we are going to be doing in our capture page, okay? So let me take a quick peek at the chat here. All right, and we're doing good, Jen, on time, it looks like.
We're doing great.
Awesome.
And
All right.
just really quick, I just want to address something. So today the call is only for passive daily pay blueprint only. The legacy program is going to be on Thursday.
Yes.
So if you're on the wrong call, you're on the wrong call. Okay? So come back on Thursday.
Yeah, so we're doing single setups, guys. Remember, because we want to make sure that it's tailored to you. So there's no more additional hiccups with extra steps and things like that. So this is, passive daily pay blueprint. So if you have, this is the $300 program, okay? So if you have that, this call is for you, okay? All right, so we're going to go ahead and continue here. So by now, again, we've programmed our domain. We've already uploaded our funnels. Okay, we've connected our domain. We've done all the fancy stuff. So by now, we've already bypassed all these steps in Kajabi. It's just broken down in Kajabi a little bit more, okay? So we have already done most of it already, okay? So now, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and click now on the sales page funnel. We've completed the capture page. We're completely done there. Now we're going to go ahead and click on passive daily pay blueprint, okay? So again, this first one here is going to be marked as ready. We're going to go ahead and rename some of these. So this should be ready, okay? The next one here is going to be labeled 300 blueprint. We're going to keep going. The 29 is going to be labeled 29 blueprint. Then we're going to see the $100 order form because, again, your program includes the ability to sell the Launchpad as well. So then we're going to put the 100 Launchpad. Then we're going to do the next one. Oop, might have renamed that one. Let's go back here and correct that. Glitch there. Okay, so this one's going to be 100 Launchpad. And 100 order form is 100 Launchpad. Then the 29 is going to be 29 Launchpad. All right, and then we're going to see your terms and condition page. Now, this is another update that we have done, and this is going to be available in Kajabi. Oh, let me see here, Jen. We good? Okay, so we have now updated the actual terms and conditions in itself. So I'm just going to, I think I have enough time to cover this today, so if we actually go into the editor, these have now been updated because we wanted to make sure you have top-notch disclosures and privacy closures and clauses. And so when you actually come to this portion here, this is just about more you taking your time. And as you can see, there's going to be clauses here, your name, your company. You're just simply going to take your time, read it, put your name, the name of your business. And then again, everything is already pre-done for you. All you have to do is just, again, get into the editor, put your name, the company name. Again, if you are an individual, you can just simply put your name or the name of your, again, your domain. Again, whatever that's going to be for you, that's all you have to do here. Once you have completed this, you're simply just going to go ahead and again, you can put your email here for contact. And you're going to click save. That's all you have to do here. And I'll walk you through on how to link this to the sales page in just a second, okay? So we're going to go ahead and get out. So by now, we should have already named all our steps, all our pages in the sales funnel, okay? So passive daily play is going to be ready. We're going to have the 300 order form. It's going to say 300 blueprint, 29 blueprint. We're going to have 100 Launchpad, 29 Launchpad, and then your terms and conditions. They can be named terms or terms and conditions, whatever you have. So that's all the naming we are going to do here, okay? Now, once you get to this step, now we are going to connect our payment gateways, which I know some of you, probably most of you, have a lot of questions on. So I'm actually going to stop sharing my screen and I'm just going to address a couple of things here. Okay. So I know that one of the common questions is, I am outside country or I'm in South Africa. I don't have PayPal. I can't use Stripe. So we have some exciting news with you if you are international or South Africa. So we are now creating a setup for something called PayFast. And so that is pretty much your version of Stripe. So you will now be able to integrate that into the system. And we are actually have somebody in the community, I don't know if he's here, but he is creating all the setup for us for that. So you guys will now have a Stripe version if you are international or South Africa, okay? Now, PayPal, again, if you are somebody who has a personal PayPal, unfortunately, you do have to upgrade to a PayPal business to make sure that everything is streamlined. So it's like if you can, that is going to be your best option because again, that's just going to make everything just flow better. Again, you're not going to have to worry about programming buttons or again, if, there's any other, bumps in the road, it just takes everything away. So you do have to have a PayPal business, unfortunately. Now, the other thing is third-party payments, right? For those of you who do have access to Stripe and you are using options like Klarna, Affirm, all those third-party things. Again, if you are in the US or Canada, and I believe UK, you should be able to have access to that. Now, again, if you are international or South Africa at this time, we are working on finding a solution for you to be able to offer payment plans, but we just simply don't want you to have, any liability if you custom create your own, your own payment plans and a customer doesn't pay you. So we just kind of want to make sure that we have something that is going to be more valuable to you versus, causing you more headaches. So all that to say is that if you're in South Africa or international, within that region, again, technically we do not have a payment plan option for you yet. Yet, okay? So we are working on that. Okay? And oh, Damien is here. So Damien is the person that is assisting me with creating the trainings for international in South Africa. And so he is actually working on that right now. And so as soon as he is done with that, you guys are going to have new trainings for you to set up a PayFast account. And I'm actually going to share my screen now just to show you if some of you want to get the jump start on it. Let's see here. And Jen, can you see my screen? Because I can't see anything. I don't even
Yep.
see you. Okay.
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
Totally.
And so if you are in South Africa, this is going to be, or again, anything in that region, Zambia, all of these international regions, this is going to be your version of Stripe. And so we are getting those trainings done. And we also have other amazing surprises for you guys, but I just cannot say anything yet. Okay. But I promise you, I am watching out for you guys. Okay. I am keeping every single thing in mind. But if you want to start getting a head start with this, this is going to be your option to kind of start getting set up. Okay. So let me go ahead and go back here now. And I will be addressing some more questions as we get to the end. And yes, Christina, UK, I'm telling you, I got you guys. We're doing all the dirty work, okay? I promise you, we're going to get everybody set up, okay? Germany, I have a big vision for every single one of us, okay? I'm totally keeping everything in mind, okay? All right, so we're going to go ahead and continue now, all right? And I think we are at the top of the hour, Jen. I think we're doing okay. All right, so
Yeah, doing good.
whoops, I don't know what is zooming in here. Let me just go ahead and reshare. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and continue the setup because the setup today, again, may apply whether you don't have a Stripe or, again, whether you're outside. I still have to walk you through these steps, okay? So, Jen, can you see my system?
Yep.
Cool.
Totally. Yep, you're good.
All right, so by this point, now we're going to go ahead and start to connect our payment gateways, okay? So in Kajabi, as I mentioned, remember, some of these steps are going to be reorganized based on what I'm covering on today's call. So now you're going to be in this module, okay, which is how to connect your payment gateways. So I'm going to walk you through Stripe and I'm going to walk you through PayPal Business, okay, because that's what we have available now, okay? So if you are new to Stripe, okay, you're going to go ahead and go to stripe.com and you're going to go ahead and start to create an account, okay? Now, as you create your Stripe account, these are going to be the steps that you're going to be walking yourself through as you set up the account. Again, so it's going to ask you your business type. If you're a sole proprietor, you're simply just going to leave it to individual. Okay. It's going to ask you for your business details. It's going to ask you all your sensitive private information. It might ask you for your social security. It might ask you for all those things up hand. So again, make sure that you have all that info available. Now, let me see if it actually lets me bypass here. Okay. So again, you're going to enter all your info. Okay. It's going to ask you to put your business details, and then you're going to get to this section here. Now you're going to see something here labeled taxpayer identification TIN. Again, if you are in the United States, this is simply your social security or your EIN number. If you have a registered business, as you can see, it outlines that for you. Then you're going to get to this section here. Now, this is the most important section, guys. Like right now, pay attention because this is seriously what makes such a huge difference for you guys. Now, one of the common mistakes that we do here is that we put verbiage that triggers or flags Stripe. One of the common ones, and the number one is going to be digital goods. Now, there is nothing that we are doing wrong with selling digital goods. Is that they are just simply trying to keep, the refund requests down for people that sell digital goods. So they're pretty much just no longer wanting to support people that are specifically within that industry. So there are ways around it though. So again, the first thing is do not put digital goods. Do not, because if you do that, it's going to trip the account and they're going to, this is where that whole verification process is. Okay. So do not put that there. What you're going to do instead, you're going to look for alternatives that still fall under the industry that our programs fall under. Okay. So one of them could be software, because technically we do offer tech setup within that. You can put consulting services, but I don't recommend consulting services, because what happens is that Klarna or a firm don't fully unlock when you are doing this. So if somebody's telling you to put consulting services, probably don't do that. Okay. What I recommend, and that is working wonderfully, is making sure to put membership organization, or you can find also other educational services, again, because all of that still applies within the programs that we're selling. Okay. So I recommend this one right here, other membership organizations. And then here, you're going to go ahead and put your business website. Okay. Now, what is happening is that if you've yet not followed the steps in the order that I've given them to you in Kajabi, because again, the one thing about this setup is that everything's in a specific way for a reason. So by now, when you get to this portion of setting up your payment gateways, you're going to want to make sure, that your domain is already connected to your funnels. Because what happens is that when you type in your business website here, it automatically detects that it's active. Okay. And if it's not active, you're actually going to get an error. So again, you're going to always make sure that your domain is already ready in use and that it's connected to your funnels. Okay. So remember, the way to make sure is that you want to make sure that your URL pathway is connected to your funnels. Okay. So that's the most important thing, because if you don't do that, then again, this is where they open up the verification process. I'm just going to go ahead and select this to use for this example. So again, you'll find your domain. You're going to go ahead and paste it. Now, another common question is, do I put my domain or do I put the /ready? I have personally tested both and they both are passing fine. Okay. So it is up to you. If you want to showcase the image, the website with your products, you can go ahead and put the /ready one, or you can just put your domain. I haven't had any issues yet with either of them. Okay. So now for product descriptions, same thing. Well, what have we learned? Okay. Do not put anything that describes digital goods, because again, digital goods falls under the restricted business list. Okay. So instead, what I've done, and Michelle has spoken about this as well, you can go ahead and put something like membership, community, you can put educational services or marketing. Again, you want to make sure to just put keywords that again are not going to allude to that specific keyword, because that's what they're looking for. Okay. So you're going to want to make sure that it looks something like this. If it looks different, then again, you might bump into some errors with that as you're setting up your account. Okay. Once you do this, again, you're just going to get prompted to, put your banking information. Again, you're just going to continue all the way to the end with the setup till eventually you get to the review and finish. Now, I haven't obviously put my information, but once you get to this point, all you do is click agree and submit, and you are officially up and running in Stripe. Okay. Now, for those of you who have existing Stripe accounts, and I'm looking at time, I think I could cover it. What we're going to do is there is something that I do want every single one of you to verify. Okay. So if you have been dealing with issues with Stripe, what I want you to do is I want you to get into your Stripe. Okay. So this applies only to people who have an existing Stripe account. Okay, guys? If you're new, you're just going to follow the setup that I just walked you through. But if you have an existing Stripe, okay, and you have been getting flagged or they want you to verify something, any of those shenanigans, just know that it can be reversed. I've actually reversed many people's accounts. And the way to do that is you're going to go ahead and click on settings. Then you're going to go ahead and click on business. And then you're going to go ahead and do a drop menu here and click on business details. And they're going to be greeted by the information that was already pre-existed in your account. You're going to go ahead and click on this pencil. And this is what you're going to see. You're going to go ahead and see this screen. And if your information was inputted incorrectly, this is where you'll know. So you'll know if you accidentally had the wrong industry. You'll know if the previous website, maybe some of you were working off IPS. Again, this is where it's going to show you if you have any errors that could lead to a flagging in the future. Okay. So if that's the case, if it has anything that I just said a bit ago, digital goods, all that stuff that we don't want it, you just simply update it, click save, and you should be okay. Okay. So this is it's only going to apply for the people who have a pre-existing Stripe and you are worried if you are going to get flagged. Okay. So let's see, how are we on time? All right, I'm going to go ahead and jump back in here. All right, let me go back here. All right, I'm going to start to speed it up a little bit, guys, because of time. So now I'm going to quickly go over PayPal, okay? So the same setup is going to apply. Just as I walk you through Stripe, it's going to be the same questions that they ask you if you're setting up a PayPal business, okay? So all you got to do, again, go to paypal.com. You're going to find that sign up button. You're going to click on business. And again, you're going to want to make sure, again, it's on business. We cannot make things streamlined with the personal. Make sure that you update your personal account to a business or open up a business. And they're simply going to ask you the same questions that I just walk you through with Stripe. It's the same exact process. Okay. So get your account up and running. And then once you do that, now we will be able to connect the payment gateways. Okay. So what we're going to do now. So once you have your accounts all up and running, okay, we're going to go to our settings. We're going to go ahead and click on payment gateways. And this is where you'll be able to connect those payment gateways automatically. So we're going to go ahead and start with Stripe. I'm going to go ahead and click on the blue button. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and just put this here. And you're going to select the account that you want and it's going to automatically connect. It's going to take seconds. Okay. So that's it. That's all you have to do to connect your Stripe. So if we go back to payment gateways, you'll see here the account email that it's associated with, and you might see this integration with account in progress. That is normal and it does eventually go away. So don't be concerned if it says that, it will go away eventually. Okay. Now for PayPal, again, we're going to go ahead and connect the blue button. You're going to see this pop up here. Again, username, password, and signature. This is not what you think it is. This is not your login info. So that's been a confusion. So what you're going to do instead, and this is covered in Kajabi, is once you're in your PayPal, okay, and let me just go ahead, get out of here. I'll be dummy here. Okay, so once you get into your PayPal, what you're going to do now is you're going to go ahead and find your name here. We're going to drop to account settings. It might take just a second here. And then we're going to locate this second row here that says API access. We're going to go ahead and click on update. We're going to scroll down, click on the MVP, and then you're going to see this API signature. Now I have already pre-populated one, so I'm just going to take you through the process here. Okay, so we're going to click here. Then you're going to go ahead and click on API signature, and you're going to click on agree and submit. And then you're going to see this, okay? It's going to give you some information here. As you can see, username, password, signature. This is what we're going to go ahead and copy and paste into our system. So again, we're going to go ahead and highlight that first one. We're going to go back. Make sure to have your payment gateways. So you're going to paste here. So the first one is username. And then we're going to just go back. So then the password, that goes on password, signature. Now copy that, paste, and save. Okay. And then you'll see this green check mark here. That means that you have already now connected it to system. Now what you're going to do now is you're going to go ahead and refresh. And then you're going to see this. Don't forget to configure your IPN. So we're still not done. Okay, so we got to do one more step. So you're going to go ahead and click here. It's going to open up this window and we're going to simply scroll down. All right, we're going to keep scrolling and we're going to stop here where it says notification URL. We're going to simply go ahead and copy this link. So make sure to copy it without the quotations. We're going to copy that. We're going to go back into our PayPal. So we're going to go back to our name, account settings. It's going to take just a second here. Then we're going to go ahead and navigate here to the left-hand side. We're going to scroll, click on notifications. Then we're going to go ahead and find this second one here, and we're going to click on update on this second one. And then I already have it installed, but what you're going to see is you're going to see the screen. You're going to simply paste that URL there. Click this first option, receive IPN messages, click on save, and then you are officially set up with PayPal and it's integrated into your system IO. Now you can refresh and it's still going to show this. So that is normal. Again, once you make sure to follow the steps that I walk you through, you should be all set, okay? There's nothing you have to do. So by now, again, if you follow the steps, you'll already have your Stripe connected and your PayPal. Now, again, for some of you who want to look at alternative options, you can, but at this time, again, we're still looking into the alternatives here, okay? And today, I'm not going to walk you through the pay fast yet. That training is coming, okay? So by now, we have now connected our payment gateways, okay? So now we're going to move on to the last couple of steps. And so I'm going to speed it up just a little bit so we can make sure to have time for Q&A. So by now, again, you've connected your domain, you've connected your emails, okay, you've authenticated everything in GoDaddy, we've installed our funnels, okay, we've done everything up to this point. Now we're going to go ahead and start to edit our sales page, okay, our sales page funnel. So we're going to go ahead and make sure to be on funnels. We're going to click on passive daily pay. So we're going to find that, okay? Now, the first important thing is that after connecting your payment gateways, you're going to want to make sure to click on funnel settings. And now, as you can see, the accepted payment methods are available. So you're going to want to make sure that your domain is connected. The payment options are turned on. So I connected PayPal and Stripe. We're going to go ahead and click save. Okay. And so we're going to make sure to repeat the same process for the capture page. Again, find your capture page, click on funnel settings, and make sure that your options are on. Okay. So now we're going to go ahead and program our sales page. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and click on our funnel. We're going to click on edit page to make sure that you are on the actual first step here. We're going to click on edit. All right, and now we're going to go ahead and program our buttons, okay? So the new updated template now has some of these buttons pre-programmed. So it's going to be actually less steps when I update the video for you guys. So this first button here is going to be on next step URL. So make sure that you do not have any open URL links or any of that kind. That still works, but again, we want to minimize having any types of links in there for you to copy and paste. So again, this first button needs to be on next step URL, okay? And especially if somebody's setting you up, make sure that it is in the way that I'm showing you guys today, okay? So that first button needs to be next step URL. Here, you're going to go ahead and upload your image. You're going to change your name and add your story. But again, for the sake of time, go ahead and reference this in Kajabi. It's a very intuitive process, okay? So we're going to go ahead and keep scrolling. Now we're going to find the next button. Again, this one needs to be on next step URL. Okay, we're going to keep scrolling down. Okay, we're going to bump into the next one here. We're going to make sure that this is on next step URL. Okay, we're going to keep going. And now this one here as well, we're going to make sure that it's on next step URL. Okay, and we're going to bump into a payment plan button. Now, if you are using Stripe, again, this is where your Stripe link is going to go. Okay, so I'm going to just keep going and then I'm going to show you how to create that. Okay, we're going to keep going here. This one's going to be on next step URL. We're going to keep scrolling. This one's going to be on next step URL. And again, this is going to be your Stripe link. Again, for those of you who are going to be using PayFast for international and South Africa, this is where your PayFast link is going to go now, okay? So now, how do we create our Stripe links? Okay, so what we're going to do is once you have your account all set up, okay, and this is covered in the training as well, we're going to quickly navigate here to the top. We're going to go ahead and find this purple plus. We're going to click on payment link, and we're going to simply now create our product here in Stripe. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and put passive daily pay blueprints. I'm just going to go ahead and label this test for myself just for the example. Once you type that, make sure to select here the purple, and then you're going to see this pop up. Okay. So that first one needs to be labeled 300. Okay. Now there are images for you to upload, and these are located in Kajabi in the download section. But for the sake of time, I'm just going to go ahead and quickly find mine right here on my desktop here. So we're going to go ahead and download those images so you can upload. And then you're going to see this. Okay. So you should have your name, the image, and the amount. Okay. So then you're going to go ahead and click on add product. Okay. Now, the next step is you're going to go ahead and make sure to have some certain features on. So you're going to make sure to collect customer's address. You're also going to want to make sure to collect billing and shipping address. Then we're going to go ahead and make sure that all the countries are selected. Okay, so you should see a pop-up window like this. Make sure that everything is selected. You'll have a button here, but I already have it ready. Then we're going to go ahead and make sure to collect the phone number of the person because this unlocks other third-party payment options here. Okay, advanced options is going to be not touched. You're not going to touch anything there. The most important step here in Stripe is this section here is the after payment tab, because this is what makes everything streamlined. Okay, so what you're going to do here is you're going to go ahead and make sure that you are on don't show confirmation page. Okay, so you're going to want to make sure that you select that on. And what you're going to do here is you're going to go ahead and now paste our $29 link that is located inside your funnel. So we're going to go ahead and go back to system. We're going to click on funnels. We're going to click on passive daily pay. And we're going to go ahead and grab our 300 because that's what we just set up. We're going to go ahead and grab our $29 link. So we're going to go ahead and copy that. Okay. We're going to go back to Stripe. And we're going to paste that link there. So again, the most important thing is to make sure that it has your domain. So make sure that it doesn't say anything else or it doesn't say system or anything like that, because we don't want to make sure that that link works. Okay, so make sure that it's your domain, the corresponding $29 blueprint, and then we're going to go ahead and click create link. Okay, now I think I have about a minute here to cover this section here is to make sure that you have the other third-party options available and on. Okay, you're going to simply just locate this section here called payment methods. You're going to click on manage. And again, this is where you'll be able to see what is active in your account. Now, for the sake of time, I'm not going to cover this too much, but this is available inside Kajabi on how to know that these items are on. Okay. And so once they are on once, it applies to all your payment links. Okay. Now, the next payment link is we're going to go ahead and repeat the process that we just did for Launchpad. Okay, so I already have this pre-existing and ready for us, but we would essentially repeat the process. We would create a link. We would set up all the information as we just did. Okay, and then the after payment, same process, except now we're going to want to make sure that you have the Launchpad $29 link. Okay, so you're going to locate the $29 link. Again, it's labeled Launchpad. You can kind of see it here if you hover over. You're going to go ahead and copy that. I'm going to go back. I'm going to make sure that that's pasted because, again, that's what makes everything automated. And we're just going to go ahead and save, and then you will have 2 Stripe links for the passive daily pay blueprint setup. Okay, so that's all you have to do and set up in Stripe, okay, to get yourself up and running. So what you're going to do now is you're going to go ahead and locate your links, and we're going to go ahead and program those into our sales page. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with the passive daily pay blueprint because that's the main one. Then we're going to go back to our sales page. And again, it's easier when you have a couple of tabs open, as you can see. So essentially, there's only 2 places that are going to have the payment option. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and find those now. Now, the first one is the Launchpad. Okay, so we just created that link. Okay, so we're going to go back. We're going to go ahead and grab our Launchpad link. Oop, where did I go? And we're going to go ahead, click on that button. make sure that it's an open URL. We're going to paste our Stripe link, and then you'll save. And then you're going to repeat the process for the following one, which is for the 300. Okay, we're going to go ahead and click that. Going to go back to Stripe. We're going to click on Passive Daily Pay. Okay, we're going to click on this button here, and now we're going to paste our URL there. Okay, so make sure it's on open URL. Your URL is pasted, which is a Stripe link, and then you're going to go ahead and click on Save. Okay, so are we good on time, Jen? I think we still have time here. Okay, now the last part on your sales page is going to be the footer. Again, it's going to say put your name here. Simply put your business name, again, your company name, whatever you are using. And then here, this is where your terms and conditions is going to be linked. Okay, so essentially all you have to do is go back to your funnels. Okay, and this is the last link that's available. You're simply going to, after you make the changes, remember, make sure to update that copy in there. You're going to go ahead and grab your link. We're going to go back, and we're just going to go ahead and highlight. You can do it individually, or you can just highlight everything. You're going to go ahead and click on this little chain link. You're going to paste that link. Okay, and then your terms and conditions are connected. Okay, and that's all you have to do. So once you do everything that I just walk you through, you are done. You are done, my friend. You are all set up. Everything will take you to the correct checkout pages. So if we actually go ahead and preview this, again, the way that this is going to look, this is going to take you to the order form. Okay, and as you can see, the credit card is up and ready because Stripe is connected, and then you will see your PayPal option. And again, everything else is as is. Okay, so if you followed all the steps, again, these first buttons are going to take you to the order forms. Okay, it's going to take you to every single corresponding thing. And then the payment options are going to take you to your Stripe link. Okay, and remember, the reason why we're doing Stripe for the payment options is so that they have the ability to pay through these third-party options. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. And then let me take a quick peek at the chat. All right. Okay, guys. All right, so let me go back. And then we're going to be opening up for Q&A in just a second here. Get out of here. Okay. Go ahead and share my screen. All right, so by now, okay, we are practically just about at the finish line, okay? So we've done our capture page. We've officially programmed our sales page, okay? So we are officially done with that setup. Now, the last part of it is connecting your emails and automations, okay? So the last import you're going to be doing is in Kajabi. You're going to go ahead and locate your email template, okay? So it's just going to be labeled how to import and set up your email automations. You're going to go ahead and click that. And we're going to repeat the process that we've been doing. We're going to simply highlight that link. We're going to right-click, copy. We're going to go into our system. I'm just going to go ahead and click here. We're going to paste. And then it's going to open up the emails that Michelle has pre-written for you, okay? Now, once you import that, the next step is to set up the automations for it, okay? So all you got to do is click on automations, click on rules. You're going to go ahead and find this blue button here. And we're going to set up the trigger and the action. So just all you have to do is mirror these steps, okay? There's no overthinking here, just simply mirror. Okay, so the first one is going to be funnel step form subscribe. You're going to make sure that it's on capture page. The next one should be on discover, how to start an online business. We're going to go ahead and migrate to this side now. We're going to click on action, add a tag. Again, your tag might look a little bit different than mine. You can go ahead and put whatever you prefer. I'll just have daily pay here. Then we're going to do one more. We're going to go ahead and click on this plus button one more time. Now we're going to click on subscribe to campaign. And you're going to see the emails, the templates that we just installed. Now, a common question here that I get is, oh, mine is labeled Legacy Builders Program. That's actually just the name of the template for everyone. So this is what it should be. Okay, so you're going to go ahead and save rule. And that is it. And that is all you have to do to set up your automations, which means that when somebody opts in to your capture page, they're going to automatically start to receive your emails. Okay. Now, the last part of this setup is customizing your emails. Now, there is a module in Kajabi where I quickly walk you through how the editing works. But all you have to do is you're going to go ahead and start to edit your emails. Again, it's only 13 emails, guys, but it is so worth it. Okay. It is so rewarding once you get this last part done. Okay. So all you got to do is you're going to go ahead and click on the email. And then all you have to do is just follow the cues that Michelle put you in the template. So again, your name is going to be obviously changed to your name. Okay. Then you're going to see things that she highlighted here for you. And all you have to do is just embed the link that she's cueing you here to link to this, the sentence here. So in this case, she's telling you to put in the thank you page video. All you got to do is go back to your system here. You would locate your funnel, the capture page, grab your thank you page link, and then you would go back. Just simply, again, you can remove the highlighter. Again, this is covered in the module. Delete any extra items there. And then you would just simply highlight that, click on this little chain here, paste that URL, and then it will link it to the corresponding link that it should be programmed to. Now, one of the common questions that I'm getting is, what about the PDF that is stated in the capture page? So what you're going to do with that PDF is that is now available to you in Kajabi because we had to make updates to that file. And what you're going to do with that instead, there's two ways, okay? And I'm going to be updating this training for you. So the first option is that you can upload it as an attachment on this side, and they will get the PDF as an attachment when they get this first initial email. Now, the other way is if you want to hyperlink it somewhere here in your email, that's going to require some extra steps, putting it and creating a Google Drive and then so forth. And I'm going to be walking you through those steps in the upcoming training. Okay. So again, make sure to just read thoroughly, change your name on them, put the corresponding link where it belongs, and that is it. And once you take your time with these emails, all you got to do is navigate to the top. So again, make sure that the sender address is matching the one that you programmed to system IO. And then all you got to do is click save. And then you'll see this little green check mark. And that is it. That is how you'll know that you have programmed your emails correctly. And you will simply repeat the process for all the emails. Now, some of you have been getting confused because you see this, red bubble. This is just part of System IO. This is just a little, announcement that they're giving you. This doesn't mean that there's anything wrong, okay? So again, you just make your changes, save your emails. You're going to see this green check mark. If you're getting that, then you're all set, okay? And all you got to do is repeat the process for your emails, and that is it. Once you finish off with your emails, you are practically set up. You are literally up and running. You can start to promote. You can start to get your TikTok going. That is it. Okay. And it is it. Okay. So let me go ahead and get out, Jen, and we have time for Q&A.
All right, we have about 6 people on the list. So Celeste, I'm going to ask you to unmute, and you're up first.
Hello.
Hello.
I was just wondering, how do I find the recording of this to go back? I wasn't on my laptop the entire time. I was just on my phone out and about,
No, wonderful. Yeah. So this training is going to be uploaded into Kajabi, and I'm also going to be pinning it in school. So you guys are going to have it in 2 places.
Ah, beautiful. Thank you.
You're so welcome.
Okay, I think Rachel is busy with her toddler, so I might have to ask. I'll go ahead and ask you to unmute Rachel, but I said I would ask the question for her. She put a screenshot in the chat. I don't know if you can
Okay.
see that, but she says she has a record. She has a record conflict that cannot be deleted. How do I
Okay.
get help with this?
Let me see. Hold on. Can I open this up? Okay. So, okay. Beautiful question. So some of you might have this kind of hiccup. It's not really an error of any kind. If your GoDaddy is saying can't delete, you sadly have to contact GoDaddy and go through them. You can't. That means that there's something with your account, like there's a security feature that when you open up the account, Rachel, is that they pretty much set it up where it's like they are the only people and only people authorized to make changes to your records. So if there is a record that we've covered and it says can't delete, or doesn't have a trash can, you can't do anything, you sadly have to go through them. So you'll have to contact them.
Okay, so now we have Jeff next. Jeff, I'm going to ask you to unmute.
Hello, can you hear me?
Hello.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm good. And yourself?
I'm doing fine. My question is with Stripe. It's asking me to please explain which products or services you plan to sell through Stripe.
Okay.
What do I put in there?
So what was the notification that you got? Like, did you get
Um,
what did that initial notification say?
Let me check.
Are you able to share your screen by any chance? Oh, wait. Oh, they can't share screen, huh, Jen?
I'm on the mobile phone right now.
So let me look at
So they asked me to update my information because they said they will pause my
Yeah.
my Stripe account if I don't update it. So
Okay.
they just want me to know what I'm selling. And so it says, please explain which products or services you plan to sell through Stripe.
Okay, beautiful. So if any of you are getting that notice, you're simply going to I'm going to put in the chat as well. You're just going to simply put, I sell membership community services for business owners and we teach marketing. So again, all you really want to do is kind of like make sure that you're not saying like those keywords that I mentioned, right? So that would probably be the best thing that you can put. I sell membership community services for business owners and teach marketing because that
Okay.
technically falls under what we're doing. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. Thank you. And also, I have another problem with my emails because I'm using Zoho as my business account
Yeah. Okay.
email, and it keeps on getting me the DMARC or something error
Yeah.
report.
Beautiful. I'm
So
glad you brought this up. Yeah. So the DMARC, guys, is normal. It's pretty much just a notification that's really annoying. And it's pretty much telling you that your emails are working properly. So all you have to do is contact them and let them know that you want that notification off so that it's not pretty much sending every single time that you probably like your automations are going. So it's something that just needs to be shut off. They just keep it on because it's a security feature and whatnot. So all you have to do is let them know like, hey, can we shut these DMARC notifications off? And they should turn them off for you.
okay, thank you. So do I contact GoDaddy or Zoho itself?
Well, if it's connected to Zoho, that would be with Zoho then. If that's where your records are, that's where you're going to want to go.
Okay, I appreciate your help. Thank you.
You're so welcome.
Have a good day.
All right, Sonia, you're up next.
So the question, okay. So the question was already asked about the video being reposted. My question was, when will it be posted? I know you said in school.
Oh,
And
when today's? As soon as we're done and it's processed, it's going to be up and ready in the next couple of hours. So you can expect this to be, in the next 3 hours, I would say.
okay, super duper. You guys did a great job, but I'm a slow chewer. So
Okay, it's okay. We're not going to leave you behind. We're going to celebrate you when you're done.
okay, thank you.
You're so welcome. All right. Oh, you're muted, Jen.
If you guys have a question, just put question in the chat, okay? And yes, Shantiera, I have you on the list. Okay, Jared, you're up next.
Are you? You said Chantel or me?
Jared,
Can
you're
you?
next. Yeah.
Okay, can you hear me? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. First of all, I just want to say this is pretty awesome that you guys provide this level of support. I mean, I've done a lot of programs, and this is
Good.
you guys go out of your way to really help people out. So I think that's fantastic.
Awesome.
But yeah, so I was running into an issue when I was trying to connect my links, my Stripe links into the buttons.
Okay.
And specifically on the sales page, when we're talking about the options people have to choose or get to choose between all the 3 different options, I accidentally, well, first of all, I'm colorblind. So, when you're saying blue and orange and all this stuff, I'm just kind of,
Okay.
willy-nilly being, I should have been a little bit more careful, but I
Got it.
pasted my Stripe links into where it should have been the order forms
Got it.
instead of the blue links below.
Right.
And so
Exactly.
now all of them are Stripe links. And so when I went to go back to the order forms, I was trying to figure out how to reverse what I did. I'm not sure, was it, and since I was watching this training today, was it switching it to a form and then to the next page? Is that?
So what you're gonna do you want me to share my screen? Is that easier?
Sure.
Okay, let me share my screen again because I think this will help a lot of people. So essentially, again, all the buttons, pretty much most of the buttons, I should say, are always going to be next step. So this first one's going to be next step. Next one here is going to be next step. Next one is going to be next step. Okay. Then we're going to bump into this one. Okay. The $100 one. Anything that is not the actual, like, how do I say it? The program, like it's the alternative other option. This button here, you're simply going to go back to your funnels and then you're going to find that $100 order form because that's the 100 order form. Does that make sense? So
Right.
You're going to grab that. Oh, man, I have so many tabs, guys. We're going to click on that one. That's going to be the only one that's going to have a URL of system. Okay, because it's not technically the next step in the funnel, if that makes sense. Then we're going to get to the payment buttons here. Again, so you'll know if you're saying, I can't see the color, Michelle.
Yeah.
If it's this payment plan,
Yeah.
that's how you know, right? That's your cue there, like, okay, payment plan. Those are going to be the ones that are Stripe. Okay. And you want to make sure, for example, like this one is a 100. So you're going to obviously make sure that this button here is your 100 Stripe link. So you kind of have to just
that
focus.
I did correct. That I did correct. It's just a link above it.
Yeah, this one here.
That one, I accidentally put the Stripe link in that one as well. And so I would go back and I'd erase that, right? To go back into.
Yep. So all you got to do is click on the button. Yeah, click on the button, get rid of that Stripe link, and then go grab your $100 order form link, and that's where you're going to paste there instead.
And you just copied on the right-hand side of where that link was, and then you just paste it in that box.
Yep, that's it.
Okay. Wow. I spent hours on this. I wish I would have
Did I drive you nuts? I'm so sorry, guys.
No, that was awesome. I appreciate,
all right.
I wish I would have known.
Anything else I can help you with?
Outside of that, I just had a quick, just off the wall question when we're talking about TikTok and things that are legal to post on your content. I'm kind of weary about that. I've had other stuff that I've promoted in the past, and to promote people's actual winnings or actual, receipts of what they've done. Is that still cool? And, is there anything I'm going to get flagged on something like that?
That one, I'm going to refer you to attend some of the mentoring calls. I can address them, but like I said, there's a magic to the madness, as you can see. But what I would recommend is actually watch Michelle's training from yesterday. So that's actually in Kajabi, guys, under Reels. And she kind of covered some of that yesterday on like what's going to be like the best tactics, in terms of like your links, how to post them, where to post them, and things like that. So I think that might answer it for you.
Okay. All right. I appreciate it.
All right. You're welcome.
Thanks, Michelle.
You're welcome.
Okay, Martha, you are up next.
Hey, thank you, ladies. Thank you so much, Jen and Michelle. I appreciate y'all. So you answered my question on the DMARC. I was really worried about that because I was getting like every time somebody
I know.
address. So I was like, what did I do wrong? But I do know what I did do wrong, and I'm just like, well, how can I be so stupid?
You're not stupid, girl.
So my URL, my my, like TLC, daily pay business or whatever. So on my capture page, the thank you, the video page and what have you, that's all correct.
Okay.
On my payment, can I go back and delete this or fix this? I have a different one on there. It's like this EO777 number.
Exactly.
Can
So
I go
all
back
you
and
gotta
fix that and go over to edit my page for my payment? Can I do that? Is that simple enough to do, or am I going to have to just start from ground zero?
Nope. All you gotta do is go find that one, rename it, and then just go ahead and update it wherever you're gonna have to update that, whether that's a button, if for any reason you want to double check your buttons. But no, if you're editing them, that's not really going to affect anything in your funnel. The only place you do have to be careful is if you're renaming things is in your emails, because remember the process with the emails, you got to go link your links. So you're going to want to make sure that it's like the name, the actual name, so that when they click on your emails, it's the correct link, if that makes sense. So that's the only place you have to kind of double check. But if you rename them in your funnels per se, not so much. It's not going to screw up anything.
Yeah, I think that's what I did. I mean, like, I don't even know how I did it. I don't even know how I did it. I mean, I don't know how I have two URLs in there, one with my correct, domain name and the other one with the EO777 number,
Now,
So
does it say system though? Does it say system or
yeah,
it's just
it does. Yeah, it does.
okay? Because if that's the case, I'm gonna go back because this is easier. Hold on. So again, if something in your links in your funnel is saying the system IO link, here, hold on. I think we got some glitches here. So they'll always make sure that again, you find whether it's the capture page or the funnel. Make sure to click on that funnel settings. And again, make sure that the domain is connected. Sometimes, again, this is just kind of tech flubs, like something just might go cuckoo. Again, we have it's just tech, again, just make sure that the domain is connected to the funnel. And that will get rid of that entirely. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So just go back in there and click on my domain.
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Because everything seems to be working with that. I just don't understand where I don't even understand.
Yeah,
but anyway, I'll go back and fix that. It really helped to watch this again with y'all today.
Yeah,
so
it might have been a ghost. I don't know.
I don't know. Probably just because I'm blind. I'm old and I'm blind, So but thank y'all so much for your help. And I'll go back and do that. I watched y'all's replay this morning already.
Awesome.
And then this will help. So.
Awesome. Well, I trust it's helping, guys. All right. Well, thank you so much, Martha.
Thank you. And y'all have a great day.
You too.
All right, Elise, you're up next. And we have quite a few people on the list. If we don't get to your questions today, you guys, you can DM Michelle on school or email us. Okay, we're gonna do the best we can to get through the questions today. All right, Elise, you're up next.
Hi, everybody. Okay. I don't know if I'm just a little bit of confusion coming along the way while I was doing my settings, but then when I actually check my my sales pages and that kind of thing, it seems like the videos that we were supposed to download didn't came in the right order. So I don't know if it is just me or is it maybe the system that I'm using, the laptop. That is different. But then when I actually check my settings to make sure that everything is in order, I found that the videos were like changed. I don't know why, but I did double check and make sure that it was the correct ones that I was actually downloading when I was doing the order.
So obviously what you're referring to your capture page, right? Because those are the ones that have the videos. So I would probably recommend to actually just go back into Kajabi and then delete the one that you have in system and then just upload the new one, because again, like I said earlier, the new one now has the videos in there. So you will not even have to do that setup anymore. They're just going to literally be plopped in there. All you got to do is just program 2 buttons there, and that is it. 3 buttons. That's going to be easier than me telling you, go find the video at least. It's going to be this one and that one. You're better off just delete it, get the new template, and you're done pretty much.
Obvious, yeah, I agree. Okay, and then the other thing is on my automations for my emails. Okay, I've got my leads showing on my system IO, but then I don't see that they actually open the emails. So I did confirm with one person that I actually have a personal connection with. If she receives my emails, then she says, yeah, she does. She does receive them and she does open them, but I can't see them on my side that it actually has been opened. So I cannot have a record of how many people or leads is actually attending to my emails now. Is there a specific reason why it's like that?
I mean, for the most part, I mean, like, let me give you an example. I'm going to show my screen. Like Michelle's list is in the thousands, right? So if it's working on hers, obviously it's going to work for yours. Now, the one thing for sure to always make sure is if it's something's kind of being fluky with your emails is, again, you want to double check that automation is set up right. So again, that's the first place I'm going to tell you to check. Make sure that it looks the way that I have it on my screen. Because what I have seen from other setups, and again, we're on a learning curve, is that sometimes even just having these in a different order make a difference in how kind of like one of the things that you're dealing with. Like, so you want to make sure that it looks exactly like this so we don't run into any issues. Now, if I go ahead and click on emails and campaigns, you'll know that it's working. Like I said, if at the minimum you have a contact in here. So that's the first way to know for sure that the automation is working, right? If you don't have a contact, then something either in the capture page, that button wasn't set up right, or again, email sent, it should kind of give you some numbers. Now, sometimes remember, if the email is landing on spam, that could trip up like your percentages and your open rates and things like that. So I would probably say DM me in school so that I can test your link and I could see myself in your funnel to just make sure that there's nothing wacky in it pretty much.
Okay, I will do that then. As soon as we get off the call, and then I will attend to you then tomorrow because in South Africa it's almost sleeping time.
No, I know. Go to bed.
So yes, what you just shared on your screen now, it's exactly what I'm having. So I don't see any, it's all zeros.
Oh, zero.
So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if there's any glitches or something going on there. And I was going back and forward, checking the system, making sure everything is in order. But like you say, it's maybe something that is just turned around and it's not supposed to be like that.
Right.
So
It's more than likely, I'm thinking that it's your button.
yeah.
So go into your capture page and make sure that it's on submit form and then next step. Because if that button plays the role for everything, right? So if we don't got that initial button, forget it, right? So that's probably the next thing you're gonna want to make sure.
Okay, so I should for me to just to go and make sure that point is done correctly, I should go to my funnels
Yep.
and check on my funnels, and then I should check the rule in my automation to make sure that is okay.
And you can you can send me a screenshot in school and I'll confirm with you that it's right.
Okay, I'll do that. And then we can pick it up from there. Okay, thank you so much.
You're so go rest, go sleep.
Yes, we will definitely do so. Thank you.
Awesome. You're so welcome.
All right, Shannon is up next. Shannon, there you go.
So a few of my questions actually have been answered already. But the one thing, where do you get that PDF? Because I've had a couple emails come back to me and they're like, I didn't receive a guidebook with this video. And like the guy is actually pretty
So
rude.
I will go, so I'm going to make sure that it is in the download section for you guys for sure. But I think I can upload it here for you guys. Let me see if it actually works. So if you guys know how to navigate the chat, I just dropped it in the chat for you guys. So you can actually download it. Or again, you can go ahead and just get to me in school and I'll give it to you in that way. But it is going to be technically in the download section in the capture page. And if it isn't, I will make sure to save the system if it's not reflecting.
Okay. Okay. That is awesome. Yeah. Like I was like, oof, he got real nasty about it. And then another one, I'm like, what the heck is going on here? What the heck is this guideline thing that they're talking about? So yeah. Okay. But
Awesome.
yeah. So in the other thing, so I have my website all good and everything. But I didn't change one where I forgot to erase one part where it says your name or whatever. I didn't put my name in there. I can still change that, right?
Oh yeah, in your emails?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
In your
No,
emails.
no, not sorry, not my emails, in my actual website.
Oh, your actual sales page? Yep. So all you gotta do, and I'll share my screen since we actually have a few minutes, and we're actually gonna be hopping off, guys, because Michelle has a call, but I'm gonna quickly show you guys. So again, you go to your sales page, your funnel. Again, make sure you're on the first one, click on edit page. And then you're going to find the section with your pictures. Again, this is in the training, but again, you click it. If you want to change your picture, you're going to come to the left-hand side and upload your image. And same thing. It's pretty intuitive. You just tap it and just type in what you got to
Yeah.
type in.
Okay.
That's it. And then save. And then it will update.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Wasn't sure. I'm not. I'm very computer stupid. So, you guys
Okay.
are,
You have me now. Don't worry.
I know. I love it. I love it. So, yeah, that's all. We're good.
Awesome, Shannon. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
All right. I think we have time for one more, guys. And that's it. We got to bail. We're going to get kicked out.
Shantiera, hopefully I'm saying your name right. You are up. Go for it. Gotta
Okay.
be quick.
All right. All right. So I'm just having a quick issue with right there where it says emails. If you can go to like settings and emails, and then down where it says the domains, it's saying
Okay.
verified on mine, but
Okay.
it's saying when I click on the little eye contact thing, it's saying no homepage detected.
Okay, beautiful. And as you can see now, mine changed to verified. So you see how literally within the hour it changed. It can't be that quick, guys. You just gotta take your time. So for you, like I mentioned earlier, if it says this, no homepage detected, it's normal. It's just a glitch. It's like, I wish I could shake system and be like, fix this. It means nothing because as you can see,
Okay.
my funnel is all set up. It's verified. You know what I mean? Like my link's working. It's just an error. Literally, as long as it says verified and your domain is connected, you're all set. Just literally ignore it. Just pretend it doesn't
Okay.
exist. That's it.
Okay, so the little so that doesn't matter. The other where it says not detected, that
Yeah,
doesn't matter.
it doesn't
Okay.
matter anymore from what I'm finding out. So it's just them. Okay, we're gonna fix it up.
Okay. All right. And one more question for you.
Yes.
Where under automations, and I press on rules, and I have, it says on mine's final step form subscribed.
Uh-huh.
Hold on, let me see. Okay, and then once I click on that and I click on trigger and I put in capture page funnel, discover how to start. When
Uh-huh.
I go over to action,
Uh-huh.
what do I press on? Subscribe to campaign or
So once you finish this side, you're gonna click on the plus button. I'm just gonna
uh-huh.
get rid of these here so you can see. So the plus, the first one has to be add a tag. So you're gonna click on
Okay.
add a tag. Your tag can be labeled whatever you want. It's up to you, just so you have a reference. You're gonna save the rule. Oh, sorry, I'm gonna go back. And then we're gonna go back and click on the plus again. And then the next one has to be subscribe to campaign. You're going to click on the drop, and then you're going to find the emails labeled Legacy Builders Program.
Okay, so my issue is I'm not getting a drop down. Like I'm getting a drop down, but it's not nothing that's not coming
Okay.
under,
Beautiful,
down.
beautiful question. So what you're going to do now is you're going to go back to Kajabi, and that means that the template you haven't installed the emails yet. So you're going to go back to Kajabi, grab the template link, you're going to copy it, and then you're going to paste it in system. And then the emails are going to import. And then now that drop menu is going to show those emails for you.
Okay, and it was under emails.
It's going to be on the module labeled, what is it? How to import, edit, and personalize your emails.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
You're so welcome. All right, guys. That's it. That's all I got. We're getting kicked out. Okay. Thank you so much to every single one of you. I appreciate your patience, your grace. Again, let's send Michelle O'Neill so much love because I gotta tell you, this woman is doing everything she can to get you guys set up and running. And again, if you need to get a hold of me, please again make sure to DM me in school again, or you can also send us an email at techandbilling@Digital Growth Community. And I promise you, even if I take a couple of hours, I will get back to you. Okay. And then rather than that, I think we're all set, guys. So thank you so much. All right.